What's up, YouTube? Dylan here with Dylan's Home Espresso Bar, and today I am throwing in yet another review on the niche grinder. Now, you may be asking yourself, ugh, why another review on the niche grinder? Well, I'm gonna let you know because there can't ever be enough reviews, and I've had this thing for 4 months now, and I have some really good things and maybe some not so good things to tell you guys about this grinder. And I get the question a lot, is this grinder worth the money? I am hoping that I can answer that for you guys today with this video. I'm not here to persuade you either way. However, I am going to give you my experiences with this grinder in the first 4 months. So where do we get started? So I think the way we get started is just to talk about the simplicity of the design of the grinder itself. Now, this thing is very, very stylish, very timeless in my opinion. I have absolutely enjoyed the look of this grinder. It comes in 2 different colors, white and black. I obviously have the white edition, but both are very, very good. One thing to mention with the simplicity of the design is the toggle switch that they added on the right side. So instead of having all of your LCD displays, they made a toggle switch for on and off, which is very, very simple, and it really, really helps with your workflow. Now, since we're on the topic of talking about the design, let's look at something I'm not too fond of, and this is the lid of the niche. Now, they did use a very well constructed, durable piece of plastic. However, I think they maybe could have used some wood or just a different material than plastic. They made this machine very, very well, and I think they just kind of threw the top lid together. However, that goes without saying that I have used it every single day, multiple times a day, and it has not failed me yet. Built in on the actual lid itself is a little plastic piece that comes down into a red button, and this is the safety switch. So when your toggle switch is on and you have the lid open, the grinder will not turn on. Now, I recommend that when you do clean the grinder, you do unplug anytime you are going in there and cleaning it, because safety is #1. However, I think that was a very, very good feature that Niche threw in there, and as soon as you close that lid and the toggle switch is on, the grinder will remain running. Now let's take a look at some of the tools and accessories that come with the niche grinder. The first one you are going to see upon unboxing is the screwdriver that they are now starting to add in with your grinder. And this is a 1-tool job, and it is 1 bolt that you have to remove, and it makes for easy assembly and disassembly when cleaning the grinder. The next tool or accessory on the list is the brush. The brush is very stylish. It is multi-purposeful. It allows for very, very easy cleaning of the internal burrs and also on your workspace when you finish. The next accessory on the list, and the last accessory, is the 58mm dosing cup. Now, this is something that is very iconic with the niche. It has the niche logo stamped right on the bottom of this cup. Fits very good and designed to fit in a 58mm basket very snug to really help you transfer and to keep those grinds nice and secure in your baskets. Next, let's look internally, and they have a whopping 63mm Mazarconi conical burrs, very commercial grade burrs, and such a compact grinder. With the price point, you just can't beat it. This is going to enhance the taste of your coffee, anywhere from ranging from espresso to drip coffee. You will not be disappointed. It is going to make your life so much easier when dialing in your espresso and also your pour overs with little to no coffee wastage. I have used this grinder almost every day for the last 4 months, and I have used so many different brew methods, ranging from espresso to AeroPress to pour over. You just can't get a better all-in-one grinder, in my opinion, for the price than you can with the niche grinder. So now that we've talked about the design and we talked about the internal components of the grinder, let's talk about the things that I love and dislike about this machine. Now, after owning this machine for 4 months, there's just some things that leave me shaking my head. So on the top of the lid, you're gonna notice that the lid is attached by a little metal coil that's just rolled up and pushed in there, so it allows you to open and shut the lid without the lid falling off. Now, a couple of times I had to adjust this and push that metal ring back into the lid insert to keep the lid from falling off. Now, I think that they could have maybe come up with a better mechanism to hold that lid on, as it is a bit annoying when you have your lid almost just hanging off there. Another feature that I didn't really quite understand why they made it this way is there is a little space or a gap in between the lid and also where the numbers are when you shut the lid on the grinder. The NFC disc did help with popcorning. However, there are times where popcorning still does happen, and sometimes a bean or two may fall into this small space, and it's just kind of annoying to have to open it back up, throw that bean back in there, and close the lid. However, that is nitpicking, but that is a concern of mine, and I just don't understand why they didn't seal it off in production. Another design flaw that I had an issue with is the 58mm dosing cup. Now, this dosing cup is absolutely amazing. I've absolutely loved using it. However, there is a little gap in the inside of the cup that does catch 1/10 of a gram almost every single time when transferring it to a portafilter. However, Niche did correct this issue by making another cup, and that is absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on one of those. Something else that I would love to bring to your attention is on the top of the cup. So with the dosing cup, after the little lip there, it does have a pretty tall sidewall. Now, when you set this sidewall into your 58mm basket, it does go all the way down to the bottom of the basket, which is very good. It really controls those grinds in there when transferring, shaking that portafilter to really even up those grinds. However, when you release and pull up from the transfer of the dosing cup to the portafilter basket, it does leave a huge ring from the puck to the edge of the basket. And this is going to oftentimes create an issue with side channeling, to where you're gonna have to really tap the portafilter onto your mat to really fill out those gaps. This is just something that works against your workflow, but it is something that you can kind of conquer with a WD-T tool. So now that we talked about some of the negatives about the grinder, I really had to nitpick in order to find those negatives. However, this grinder has been my daily driver. I've used it every single day for the last 4 months, multiple times a day. I have not had any real issues with this. It's extremely easy. I love how it's just a one-tool job to get into those burrs. It's really easy to take out everything on the grinder itself and put it all back together. In total time, it takes me about 10 minutes to clean this whole grinder, which is absolutely amazing. The calibration on this grinder is extremely easy. In order to calibrate it, all you have to do is just move the dial clockwise until you hit the metal ring. If it stops before the metal ring, you match that metal ring up to the metal ring, and then you move it back to your desired grind size, which is very easy and convenient. You can calibrate this thing in less than 20 seconds. So really cool feature from Niche as well. Now, if you're looking at home use and cafe use, I would say if you are in a cafe, I would maybe just use this for pour over, because it does take some time to dose out your 20-gram shot. It takes about 1 second per gram, which if you're at home, it's not really a big issue, but if you're trying to get this and start a cafe, then I would definitely recommend maybe going with a faster grinder. However, this grinder is very consistent almost every single time. I can go straight from pour over to espresso without any to no coffee wastage, and that is my #1 priority when looking into single dosing. Single dosing is taking over the market of the coffee community, and respectively so. Overall, I think for the price point that Niche has this grinder at, it is the best all-purpose, all-in-one grinder that you can buy on the market today. I think that you are going to experience some of the best coffee you've ever tasted. The grinder is just as, if not as important as your espresso machine. So definitely look into buying the Niche grinder. Like I said, I am not sponsored by Niche. I am just doing an honest review for you guys at home, because I absolutely have loved this grinder in the 4 months that I had to make a better review than my first review. I think I made my first review in the first month of owning it, and I just thought I could give back to you guys by sharing my thoughts on this grinder, telling you what I love, what I don't love so much, and also the only other thing is availability. Now, if you're looking to buy a Niche grinder, availability is very difficult. Overall, you can't go wrong with buying a Niche grinder. It allows you to grind to any brew method of your choice, and it does a very good job. Now, it does retain about 1/10 of a gram. However, when using a single dosing grinder, that is just about as good as it gets. And one tool that I may add to this review is this little suction cup piece right here. It's about $9 on Amazon. I'm going to link this in the description below. However, this is going to be absolutely amazing with the niche. It really helps get that zero retention that you really are desiring when buying this grinder. Now, I also had a subscriber make me a dosing cup. Now, this dosing cup is absolutely amazing. So shout out to Mr. Thomas if you guys are watching. Also Jamin for getting together with him and making this for me and sending it off to me. I have the best subscribers in the world. So thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps my channel grow, and also that subscribe button, and come join the coffee family. This is the best community in the world, and you're never gonna find anything better than the coffee community. However, with this cup, something that I do want to share with you, this is the niche cup. This is the cup that was made from a subscriber. You're going to notice on the lip here, this is pretty high. In the video I showed you guys, this is going to sit really deep in the basket, and that's going to allow for that big space that you guys saw earlier in the video, and it's going to lead to more channeling. However, with this dosing cup that Mr. Thomas made for me, it does have a very small ridge here. So this is a precise 58.5 dosing cup, as well as with the niche. However, this does do a better job when sitting it into your portafilter and not having that huge ring around the side of your portafilter basket. But again, there's just so many accessories that you can have with the niche that you can custom build. You can stain the wood. There's just so many features and cool things about this grinder that I absolutely love. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Dylan with Dylan's Home Espresso Bar. I hope you guys are enjoying my channel. If you guys have any future video requests, please let me know in the comments below. Also, like I said, if you guys can smash that thumbs up, it really helps my channel grow and be seen. And that's what I'm trying to do here, is just reach more of you guys, because I love what I do and I love doing it for you guys. So thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys on my next video. Peace.